1,000 subscribers! Question time! Hey everybody, so I said I would do a Q&A when I hit 1,000 subscribers, and here it is. I got all your questions here, and I'm going to go through them and answer them for you. There's going to be a lot of information, so this might be a long video, but whatever. I can make it as long as I want. So question number 1. What is your day job? Let us know your personal life, like what you do for a living and who else is there in your family, etc., etc. So my day job is I'm a realtor. I'm a real estate agent with Keller Williams. It's something that fits my personality very well. And yeah, so I buy and sell real estate, help people do that. My family, we've got out here in Colorado, it's my parents, mom and dad, and my brother, Adam, whose book I've been trying to sell. His book is in the description of all my videos. Where are you from? And also there was another question that said, from which country are you? I live in Colorado in the United States. So I'm an American, near the mountains. What do you and your friends and family think individually about Indian movies? Well, my dad is a big fan of Bhangra movies. He likes the music and the love stories, and sometimes he'll just randomly break out into a Bhangra dance or something. And so he loves those. My mom doesn't really watch movies that much. She prefers to play her Facebook games, and she loves cooking, so she's cooking all the time. My brother, he doesn't really watch Indian movies. He would. He just doesn't go out of his way to try and watch them. If Dad's watching them, he'll watch one with him. But he doesn't try to find any. Me personally, I like foreign movies. You know, we grew up watching a lot of Hong Kong and Korean movies. There's a couple of French movies that I like. We like a lot of British movies, especially the crime ones. Me and my brother love those. So I watch foreign movies all the time. I haven't really watched too many Indian movies, as you guys know. But I'm getting into it because of you guys. So I really liked Baahubali. I have plans to watch a couple of more so I can do reviews on those, but I have a lot of things to catch up on. That's why you're not seeing it really fast. But I am getting to them. What is the best trailer you've reacted till now? Well, my favorite one is Deadpool, the second one, the Redband trailer, because I love that movie. For the Indian movies, I guess it would have to be Baahubali, because it was the first one I did and got me a lot of response, got me into this whole thing. And it was a good movie. I did a review of it, which I'll have links to both of those in the description also if you haven't seen them. But it was a good movie. I liked it. I'm ready for the sequel. I guess that comes out in December. How do you feel after a surge in requests and the love you're getting from the past week? It's been insane. I was not expecting all of this, how fast everything's been growing and all of the requests coming in. When I started back in October of last year, you know, I was getting a little bit of attention here or there. I got up to like 35 subscribers by the end of December, and I made a goal of 300 subscribers and 25,000 views on the channel. And then by the end of January, you all got me up way past that. So I changed it to 2,000 subscribers and 100,000 views for the year. And you guys passed that. It's not even halfway through. It's halfway through February. And I have over 1,000, and I had 100,000 just this month so far. So I don't really know what to set my goal at. If you guys have any suggestions of what my goal should be for the rest of the year, maybe 1 million views and, I don't know, 3,000 subscribers maybe? What do you guys think? How many subscribers should my goal be for the rest of the year? Your age, your occupation, and your view on any Indian cinema. Well, I'm 37. My occupation, like I said earlier, is I'm a realtor. And my view on Indian cinema is it's very similar to cinema all over the world. A lot of stories are similar, whether it be an action or a drama or whatnot. A lot of the themes are the same for cinema all over the world. There's a lot of musicals in Indian movies, so there's a lot of characterization in the first 45 minutes to an hour. It can be kind of slow in the pacing, and we're not used to that too much on our side in Hollywood kind of film. Some of our independent films have that kind of pacing. Some dramas have that kind of pacing also. It reminds me of a lot of French movies have the same thing where they'll have an extra 45 minutes to an hour in a movie of love story and characterization in there. Not all of it, but a lot of it. How has this amazing request, reaction, review come to pass? You have such an awesome input on all things reviewable, and your reactions are fantastic. How has this passion turned into such a great channel to watch? I don't know. I talk to the camera and I be myself and I say what's on my mind. That's it. I guess people just like seeing me for who I am, which is cool. But I'm not going to try and pretend or be over the top or anything. I'm just going to be myself, and if people like it, then they'll watch it. If they don't like it, they can watch something else. I want to know your honest view on what do you think of India and Donald Trump. Okay, those are very different things. My view on India, it's a really big country with a lot of people in it, and they have good food. I like some Indian food, but not as much on the curry. I would cut down on some of the curry, but I like all the other food. I like Indian restaurants out here. The class system that I've seen from India, I'm not a big fan of, but I understand why it's that way. I just don't like it personally. But I think, and especially in the large cities, a lot of that is changing. But I don't have really a negative view on India or anything like that. It's another country with a lot of people in it. People in general are the same around the world for the most part. They just have different cultures. Donald Trump. Well, I normally don't talk about politics or religion just because those are the two subjects that everybody gets bent out of shape on and start yelling at each other and get super passionate about. So I'm only going to say this once. I like to talk about theology, and I personally am an atheist, but I study other religions. I like reading about them and hearing people's opinions on them, and I like talking about it, but only with people that can keep it a calm conversation, an intellectual conversation. I'm not going to talk to people that just start randomly attacking because of it. But that kind of goes along with Donald Trump. He's a racist and an idiot, and a lot of people over here hate him. So, yeah, that's about it. Comparison of Bollywood and Hollywood, and which is better, and do you think Bollywood is catching up to Hollywood in recent times? I don't think one is better than the other. I mean, every film industry around the world has its own thing, and they're good in their own way. So I don't think one is better. Hollywood has more money, so they can do bigger movies, but that doesn't make them better. In a way, I think the Hollywood system is not that great, just because they're more worried about, making as much money as possible. So you get a lot of movies over here that are just copies of movies that were successful in the past. So, like with Deadpool that just came out, that was a surprise hit for the studios, because they didn't think a rated R comic book movie would make any money, and yet it's the biggest movie Fox has ever brought out, and it's made them insane amounts of money. So, of course, because of that, in the future, they're going to start making rated R comic book movies. Because the studio only understands this works, so we'll just carbon copy it over and over again until it doesn't work anymore. That part I don't like. But when you get those movies that sneak in that are really good because the studio doesn't try to change anything and they don't put their hands on it, like Deadpool or Ex Machina, sorry. That was a good one this year that came out. Do you think Bollywood is catching up to Hollywood in recent times? I don't know if it would be catching up. I think the quality of the movies have gotten a lot better from the last time I watched Indian movies. I mean, look at the budgets of some of these these movies that had come out in the past 5 years that you guys have been showing me. They're, huge in scale, very... I don't know what the budget on some of them are, but I'm sure it's not as much as it would be for a Hollywood movie, just because the cost of making the movie would be higher. The cost of making a movie in India would be lower. So you can't really compare the cost of the movie. It's just the quality that it's done and the passion behind it. That's what makes a movie great, is whether or not it's got passion behind the making of the movie, from the director and the producers and the crew and the actors. If they're on board and they're really passionate about making that movie, then the movie's going to be good. If they're just making the movie to make it and people don't really care, then you're going to get a subpar movie. Any other artistic projects of your own, or even just ideas or hobbies you're passionate about? Well, I love movies. I love TV shows. The artistic projects, I would like to film something, like a scripted, I don't know what, but I'm just starting to get into this, so I don't know what I would film. I have no idea if I did. Other hobbies or passions. I really love the editing process. I'm loving the softwares that I'm using, and learning how to use all of those are great. It's really fun. I like figuring out stuff. I'm a computer geek, so I love figuring out computers and electronics and softwares and how to use them and all that kind of jazz. What do you think is the reason behind the sudden influx of Indian movie reaction videos on YouTube these days? That's you guys. You keep requesting them and we do them. That's the simple answer. Also, I think part of it is, we'll have fluctuations of trailers. So you'll have trailers and other videos that come out and we react to them, but then we'll have these spaces where we don't have no trailers or anything, and then we see requests for an Indian movie. We're like, oh, I don't know what that is, so it gives us another trailer to watch. And if the trailer looks good, it's another movie to watch. At least in my opinion. I think a lot of reactors just want a trailer to react to, but they don't actually watch the movie. If I'm interested from the trailer, I'll go watch the movie, as you guys know. What's the criteria for you to watch the trailer? Like, you see the popularity? Yes. For some of the trailers, like, I have a list. I have a long list of all of your guys' requests, and I've been systematically going through them to get as many as I can. But if I see multiple requests from multiple people, then that gets bumped up higher up on the list. So it's all dependent on how many of you request the same movie. When are you going to get your beard done? Also, can I suggest Wolverine's beard for you? I think it would look cool. My beard, I don't like to shave. So it's more of, it grows until I get annoyed with it, and then I shave it off. It'll probably get shaved here soon just because it's getting long right here. But I always have a goatee and a little mustache because my chin looks weird. Every time I've shaved this part maybe 4 times in my life, and every time my chin looks little and weird. I need the goatee to kind of fill out my face. So I don't shave this part off ever. Can you tell some basic stuff you use to make your videos, like camera, the audio recorder, headphones and stuff? Well, for headphones, when I do use them, I have these Sony headphones. They were like 20 bucks. They're good. I like the ones that cover the ear. It has good, decent sound. I don't use anything too expensive. For my camera, I use my phone. I have a Samsung Note 4. I film in 1080p Full HD. When I do my trailer reactions, I record it in the 1080p and I edit it in Windows Movie Maker, and then I put it on Lightworks, and that's where I do the picture-in-picture and other editing. But I don't pay for Lightworks. I use a free version, so it only exports in 720p, but it's a lot faster to do, and I can get it on YouTube a lot quicker. When I do videos like this, where I don't have a picture-in-picture, I use DaVinci Resolve 12. But I have to convert the files, and that's what takes so long, because it records in a variable frame rate, but it needs to be a consistent frame rate for me to use DaVinci Resolve. So I have to convert the files to a 30 frames per second constant format for the frame rate, and then I can import it into DaVinci Resolve, and that's where I can do the color corrections. If you watch my trailer reactions, I don't do the color correction on there, so it's more yellow. But if you watch these, it's a little more, it's more clear, regular colors, not so yellow. I use the microphone on the camera on my phone, and I have my speakers right here and they're close to the phone, so the sound is pretty decent. I eventually want to get a regular microphone and a better camera, but I need money for that. So hopefully I'll make enough money on YouTube in the next few months. Maybe I can buy a good camera and a microphone. Do you watch Gotham? What do you think about it? And will you be watching The Return? Yes, I do watch Gotham. I really like that show. I was a little disappointed that Joker went away so fast. I liked Monahan, the guy who played Joker. I thought he did a really good job. And I will be watching it when it returns. I think it returns this week, if not today or tomorrow. So I'll be watching that again once it hits the airwaves. Tell us your top 3 movies and why they're your favorite. Well, my favorite movie of all time is The Princess Bride. Ever since I was young, I love that movie. It's funny. It's got action. It's just a cool movie. I also love Life of Brian. I like the Monty Python movies. I thought Life of Brian was really funny. And same with The Holy Grail. That one was funny too. And then the Star Wars movies, just because I'm a geek. Would you ever go to the cinema to watch an Indian film? If yes, then what are your views on vlogging it? Yeah, of course I would watch an Indian movie in the theater. I'm going to try and watch this Baahubali The Conclusion in December if I can find it out here. And my views on vlogging it? Sure, why not? I already record on my phone. I would just need to record on my phone. If I do watch it, I'll vlog it if you guys want to see that. Batman or Superman, Marvel or DC? Between Batman and Superman, I'm more of a Batman fan. I like the fact that he doesn't have any superpowers and yet he's still, can take out everybody else. But I do love Superman. I mean, who doesn't want all of Superman's powers? Between Marvel or DC, I don't really compare them, really, because they have 2 different tones. DC is a little darker. Marvel has a lot more characters and really deals, especially with the X-Men, deals with a lot of racism and those kind of issues. DC is more of the action genre, not as much of the political stuff or more morality. It's more of just stopping the bad guys. But that's fun to read too. So when I collected comic books, I had both DC and Marvel. Also Image. I like Spawn. And finally, do the world's hottest chili challenge for your 1,000 subs video. The hottest chili is from India. I'm sure the hottest chili is from India. I will not be doing the hottest chili challenge. I am a wuss when it comes to hot foods. I don't like it. I need to be able to taste my food. I like some spice. I like it a little heat. But I don't like so much heat that I can't taste the food anymore. To me, that's pointless. I don't eat a lot of hot food. Well, that was all the questions you guys had for me. I hope I answered them all pretty well. Comment below and let me know. Like, share, subscribe. Tell your friends. And I will see you guys on the next video.